Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Joel Rosen and I want to welcome you back to another edition of Fibromyalgia Success Secrets number 8. Today I want to talk to you about gluten. It is the devil. I really mean that, and hopefully by now with your fibromyalgia problems you've seen someone who's more progressive, more integrative medicine based, and they've mentioned to you that gluten is awful for your gut lining. And if you haven't, then that's also good news, because if you just remove this one harmful agent from your body, you can recover a lot better than if you didn't, number one, but you'll be removing a lot of the inflammatory mechanisms in your body. So let's go over gluten a little bit. Gluten basically is pasta, grains, breads, flour that we no longer recognize in our body. And I think it's because of the sprays, the Roundups, the hybridized, changing the genetic code of these plants, and our body not recognizing these things. So what happens is we ingest it and it sits there and it creates inflammation when we try to break it down. And then when it does that, our own immune system creates an antibody to try and tag it like a foreign invader, like getting a vaccination for chickenpox and then having that antibody, whenever that chickenpox comes into the body, be readily available to attack it and get rid of it. That's the same thing that happens with gluten. So when you eat these gluten foods, and it's real because I never thought it was real until I got tested myself, and you see that your own immune system is creating an antibody. This antibody is like an intolerance or a reaction to food. So every time you eat that, you create an immune response, but the harmful thing is that that antibody has now a lot of cross-molecular mimicry. It's a fancy word of saying now that antibody doesn't just attack gluten, it attacks maybe your thyroid, or it attacks your joints, or it attacks your brain, or it attacks other organs or glandular tissue. And the next thing you know, you're told you're crazy because we can't find any food sensitivities on your test because our tests are normal, or we haven't done them, or we use really crappy labs, or we find out that there's nothing going on with your other lab work and you're crazy. And you're not. So the bottom line is gluten is the devil, and these are not the only foods that you could react to. You could react to dairy or soy or egg, and the only way you really know is you do proper testing. And then once you do those testings and you see that your immune system is reacting to those, you remove them. You clean up the gut, you re-inoculate, you rebuild the lining, and then you get better. And so hopefully you found this lesson informative, you're ready to get your life back, and you give my office a call at 561-883-0090 and let them know you want to take advantage of my fibromyalgia special. Thank you so much.